Today I wanted to talk to you about something very important. I really didn't want to do this video because I didn't want to get on the hype, but it seems there needs to be a little bit of common sense and peace brought into the situation. So I'm going to address the coronavirus today, and hopefully it'll be the last time I mention it or bring it up. I think we need to take a step back, calm down, and assess the situation. The first thing I learned being an EMT, and it's true for just survival in general, is to take a step back and assess the situation. Look at the environment around you and see if there's a clear and present danger or not. If there's not an immediate danger present, then you are fine and you are safe. There's no need to panic. So in today's video, we're going to address what coronavirus is and what symptoms to look for, and the common sense precautions you should be taking every day anyways. So we'll start with, what is the coronavirus? You may have also heard it called COVID-19. It is a small virus, and from what I'm told, it has little spikes, so it looks like a crown, hence coronavirus. And it attaches to little spiky things in your lower digestive tract, your lower respiratory tract, especially your lungs. So we're going to go with the official definition. It says coronavirus disease, COVID-19, is characterized by mild symptoms including a runny nose, sore throat, cough, and fever. The illness can be severe for some people and can lead to pneumonia or breathing difficulties. More rarely, the disease can be fatal. Older people and people with other medical conditions, such as asthma, diabetes, or heart disease, may be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill. Symptoms people may experience: runny nose, sore throat, cough, fever, or difficulty breathing in severe cases. Again, flu-like symptoms, pretty much like every disease. I know when I ran EMT, the first thing they always told you to look for was flu-like symptoms. So, that's what the virus is, that's what the symptoms are. Yes, there are people dying from it, but as you've seen, right there, heard right there, that the people dying are those with compromised immune systems, those that are really elderly, those that are really young, i.e. the same people who die from the flu every year. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying you shouldn't take common sense precautions. Some common sense precautions you should be doing any day, all day, every day anyways, is washing your hands. Wash your hands often. If you're around somebody that's sneezely and coughy, make sure you wash your hands right after you have contact with them. If you think you might be exposed, when you get home, take off all your clothing, put it right in the washer, wash your hands, and then proceed with washing your clothes. Get in the shower and take a shower. Sanitization is key. And that's not just for the coronavirus. That's common sense stuff you should be doing every day. If you're around sick people or people that are displaying sickness, you should wash your hands more often. It's the same advice they give us every year with the flu, and people don't panic then. Furthermore, you need to go online and research for yourself. Don't just go by what the media tells you. You've been told this many times before. The media hypes things up. They're not there just to report the news anymore. They're there to get ratings. They're there to get you to watch their news versus somebody else's news. So they're going to sensationalize everything to make it seem like it's a lot worse than it actually is. So go on your local hospital's website, the CDC's website, whatever, and research what areas are this virus actually affecting. If it hasn't come to your area yet, then there is no need to quarantine yourself for 14 days. There is no need to avoid anything normal activities you would do. If it has not even come to your area yet, just live your life. You can't live your life in fear of what may happen or what might come. Look at the Floridians. They don't panic over every hurricane that's in the Atlantic Ocean or in the Caribbean. No, they do get on their websites and they look to see where the hurricane may be heading, and if it's heading towards them, they take common sense precautions start boarding up their houses and protecting themselves. But if it's not going to even make landfall, they're not going to panic, are they? No, they're going to continue their life as normal and say, oh, well, this one's going out to sea, nothing to be concerned about. The same applies here. Yes, keep track every day of where the virus is at. That's common sense. If there starts to be cases in your area, then of course, step up washing your hands. Step up not just assuming it's a flu when somebody's coughing or whatever. Use those common sense precautions. That's just logical. If there starts to be more severe cases or a greater number of cases in your area, well then of course, wear a surgical mask. You can get them anywhere, any pharmacy. Wear a mask. Wear your proper gloves. It's what we call as the EMTs PPE. Wear your personal protective equipment. And when you get home, immediately take off your top layer and put it away. If you think you've been exposed or somebody's been coughing near you, well then take your top layers of clothing, or all your clothing if you want, put it in the washer, take off your gloves, wash your hands, let it there, go take a shower, wash up, get all that stuff off you, put on fresh clothes, and then wash the previous clothes. The reason you want to shower first before you turn on your washer is you don't want to risk bacteria or virus getting on your washing machine. Again, these are precautions you take when it's actually come into your area and there are lots and lots and lots of cases. 1 or 2 is not reason to panic, because the hospital is going to take proper precaution and isolate them and do their best to keep them from spreading. But I'm addressing you all who haven't even had it in your area yet. If it hasn't come to your area and it isn't even anywhere remotely close to your area, then there's no need to panic. Panicking will only do one of 2 things, main things. 1, worrying and panic have been scientifically proven to lower your immune system. So by panicking and worrying about getting the virus, you're actually making yourself more susceptible to the virus because you're lowering your immune system and making you more likely to get it. Or 2, even sadder, your brain can actually convince itself it has the infection without actually having the infection. Science has proven time and again that your brain can talk your body into being sick. So you can actually start developing symptoms of a disease you don't even have. And that's worse because now you're going to go running to the hospital thinking you have this disease and waste valuable time and resources at the hospital, taking them away from people who might actually have the virus. So now that we've gone over what the virus actually is, what the symptoms we're looking for, and the fact that most people that are dying from it have severely compromised immune systems, let's all take a collective breath. Get back from the edge of the cliff. Assess the situation around you. Are you in immediate danger? Is there immediate threat of this virus in your area? If the answer is no, live your life like normal. There is no need to change your daily routine at all, except the everyday precautions should be using anyways, washing your hands. And again, like I just said, you should be doing that anyways. Virus or no virus, corona or otherwise, it is common sense to wash your hands. You've seen some people don't even wash on an everyday basis. Do you really want to be eating and touching your face with anything you might be touching? So, if it hasn't affected your area, I repeat again, no need to change your everyday routine. Use caution, wash your hands, don't be touching your face with dirty hands, the same thing you shouldn't be doing any day of the week. If it starts to come into your area, then use more precautions. Take off your outer layer when you get home, sanitize your outer layer clothing. Like this time of year, you might still be wearing light jackets. Sanitize them. They make great spray sanitizers. They're sanitized. You don't have to worry about it. Immediately wash your hands and then wash your face. That's common sense. No harm there. But there's no need to hoard toilet paper and worry about quarantining and all that other stuff if it hasn't even gotten to your area yet. That's like worrying about a hurricane that's not even heading towards you yet. Don't panic. Panicking leads to bad things. We've seen over and over again what happens when people panic in case of a fire or escaping a plane or an earthquake or anything like that. More people end up dying from the panic than from the actual event. So if you want to survive this and any other pandemic or whatever you want to call it, any other emergency, you need to learn to keep a cool head, assess the situation, and think clearly and rationally about how to appropriately and proportionally respond to said threat. It's not a threat if it isn't even in your area yet, so keep it code level green. Pay attention to the websites. Go find a legitimate, independent website that's keeping track of where the virus is, or where any threat is for that matter, and assess the situation. If it isn't there yet, keep yourself at alert level green. Pay attention, be aware, but live your everyday life. If it starts happening in your area and there are large amounts of confirmed cases, then go to alert level yellow and begin to wear appropriate PPE and wash your hands more often and be more careful. And if there happens to be a tremendous amount of cases in your area and people are in fact dying because they have you have a higher area of people with asthma and diabetes and stuff like that, and you have asthma and diabetes and those other conditions mentioned there, then by all means, stay home. Stay home and wait for it to pass. Because if you do have a compromised immune system, say you're on immunosuppressive therapy for RA, eczema, or stuff like that, of course, you are going to be more susceptible to it. You might end up being more prone to having a more severe case. So if there is a lot of cases in your area, and some of them are severe, well then you should stay home. And you should take proper precautions. The rest of us who don't have those compromised immune systems, yes, you should avoid going out in public at that point as much as possible. Because that's what you do at alert level red. You don't go out more than you have to. And if you do go out because you have no choice, you immediately put the stuff you wore outside into the washing machine, wash your hands, shower like I said, and then come out and wash your clothes immediately to make sure no infection gets in your house. But that's not where you need to be if the virus isn't even in your town yet, or your state, or your locale. And I speak to my friends and family here in the greater Lancaster, Berks, and Lebanon. And I could be wrong on this, but the last time I checked this morning, it had not affected our area yet. So since it hasn't affected our area yet, I'm not going to be worried or panicked about it. Yes, I'm using common sense precautions I use every day anyways. I'm washing my hands, especially before I cook. I'm trying to avoid touching my face until after I've washed my hands. And if somebody's coughing and sneezing and hacking around me, I'm avoiding them. Because I don't care if it's the coronavirus or the flu. I don't want y'all sickness. So if y'all are sick around me, I'm avoiding you. Because I'm a man. And like most men, I don't like being sick, and I am the whiniest, worst, irritated, sick person you have ever met. Avoiding being sick, my top priority. But at the same time, I'm not going to live my life in a panic over what might happen. God's word says He has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. Jesus taught us over and over again, who by worrying can add 1 cubit to their stature, can make one hair gray or yellow. All worrying is going to do is make you bald. I worried too much when I was younger. It's going to make you more susceptible to getting sick, to any sickness coming around. Even ones you may not normally get because you've totally ruined your immune system through stress. Or going to talk yourself into being sick when you're not actually sick. So stop worrying about things beyond your control. Control the things you can. To those of you, again, I'll reiterate and I'm done. If it hasn't come to your area like normal, live your life like normal. If it's starting to come in your area, use extra precautions. If it's severely in your area, like in Italy, stay home. Especially if you have a compromised immune system. Other than that, people, live your life. Stop getting panicked about every little thing that happens in life. There are some things that are going to happen that are beyond your control. Control the things you can. But stop panicking and hoarding toilet paper. What good is toilet paper going to do you? How much toilet paper do people use in 14 days? So if worse comes to worse, you have to be quarantined. You're not going to use that much toilet paper. Anyways, thank you for your time. I just wanted to make clear what really needs to be done in this situation. Above all, keep a clear head. Trust in the Lord. He's got everything under control. And don't worry yourself into being sick. Live your life. Life's too short to live life in a constant state of panic and it's high alert. Remember, the media is out to sell papers. They are out to get you to watch their TV. Yes, somewhere in there, there's some sort of wanting to help. But they over-sensationalize and hype up everything. So do your own research. Don't just believe everything told you. This I got off a very reputable website. It told me what all the symptoms are and what it is. And it's a lot like the flu. So use the same precautions you would use with the flu going around and you'll be fine. And remember, we're also heading into spring. Allergy symptoms are a lot like those. So before you panic and think you have the coronavirus, try taking some allergy medicine. Because it just might be allergies. Because those are also symptoms of severe seasonal allergies as well. So remember, folks, especially my fellow Christians out there, keep a clear head and think logically. Either you trust God or you don't. Yes, use common sense wisdom because that'll save your life in general. And take things as they come, and as they come, make appropriate reactions and responses with the proper proportions necessary. Don't go berserko and panic over something that hasn't even come to your area yet. So just don't be like the people, like a herd of lemmings running off the cliff just because everybody else is. Be the smart lemming that takes a step back, looks around and says, it's not that bad. It hasn't even gotten here yet. Or yes, it's gotten here, but people are quarantined. I'm going to make the appropriate response. I tell you the truth, if it gets bad enough here, I'll wear a mask when I go out. I have no problem with that. But it hasn't gotten here yet. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. So now that you know what it is, what the symptoms are, take appropriate and proportional responses as it comes to your area. If it hasn't come to your area yet, don't worry about it. Okay? Live your life to the fullest and be blessed.